Hello and welcome to Crafting with Carrie. This is my third journal. The second one made out of an old hardcover storybook. You can see how well loved it was. I even had trouble putting the corners on to try and make this a little stronger. This is the Happy Hollisters. You can see I used the original spine. Now going forward, I think I would have to make that a little bit thicker because this one is quite a crocodile when I'm trying to, I like to put 4 signatures in there to give lots of pages for writing. And I try to add some little trinkets on there. I'm working on adding the trinkets for bookmarks and that kinds of things. So let's dive in. I have a little silk thread ribbon tying it closed, and a little note saying, "You better like this. It took a really long time." It did take a really long time, but I enjoyed every moment of it. Look at the art on these old novels. Isn't that just beautiful? So again, I started out with a little note to the recipient. I added the original intro page of this book, previous owner, and this was published in 1961 as well. I think somebody emptied their bookshelves and took them all to the secondhand store the day that I went there, because I got a few from 1961, and the pages are so soft and silky on this one. Here I used went to the Lego store, so I cut up the Lego bag and put that in there. Oh, sorry, I've got a bit of a croaky throat. Tucked in some Christmas cheer, as this is going to be a Christmas gift, and added lots of stamps. So if you can't tell, this is supposed to be a male-themed book. This one is just a long side tuck with some old, this is a prayer book that came from. A little card with some writing space on the back. Another little card. I had fun doing the sewing. I think I'm going to try and plan it a little more before putting the signatures together to add some more sewing in there. Here's a multi-pocket. There's some pocket on the bottom, a little tuck on the top, and then there's a tuck behind here too that have some fun things back there. I did lots of fussy cutting of animals out for this journal. I enjoyed doing that. The chariot race, there's a family story behind that. My dad does pony, chuck wagon, and chariot racing, so there's some personalization going on here. Some art. These pages that I dyed and put in the oven sure had a lot of character when they came back out. Some old music paper. Here's the envelope flip. So we've got one flip, and there's a page, and then there's a tuck there with some journaling, and then we flip this open. And there's some treasures. And there's another treasures in here. So many treasures to be found. I really love the way this turned out. The way the coffee stain had the lines on the paper bleed. Make some new interest to look at. A little taggy page. I had the pages, may have been an accident that had to be fixed. Kind of got cut a little short, so I added some topper onto there. And then on this side, we have a little tuck that looks like a shirt with a couple journal cards in there, hidden inside. And a target. I thought that was kind of a fun one to put into a mail book. Lots of empty space for them to explore the fun cream soft colored pages of the old book. So I had painted these with some gesso and some paint. I really love having stamps to add some inspiration to the pages. This is one of the pages that when I have paper to protect my desk with, I've been finding that I'm keeping those pages and using them for creating cards or the pages in this book. Here's a little surprise. It's just what is this stuff? Washi tape, so it's not very strong. You can just open that up and let's see what's inside. I might need to add a little stamp in there. That looks like it could use a little something. Okay, let me get recentered here for you. I've got a lot more neutral tones in this book than in some of the other ones. Well, look at this. This was from the old book that I was cutting out the images from. Isn't that so cool? I love the drawings from some of the old books. Just a little bit of stamping and adding some fishes on there. I believe this is Norman Rockwell. Yeah. Isn't that the coolest? Introducing some art to people through these books. I really like that idea. Here's a little belly band. This is enjoy the simple moments. I'm trying to do a lot of that right now. This is a photo card, and you just put some shaving cream and some ink on top, and you put that card on top of there, and it just soaks up the ink into that photo card. Makes some really cool designs. Here's the liquid pearls going around the outside edge. This is where the little surprise of the iguana is. I didn't put a lot of lines on this one because I don't know what the person's going to use it for. Are they going to do journaling or drawing, or are they going to want to make their own little tucks? Isn't that adorable? Just a simple little animal button on the end of a paper clip. And in this one, here we have our a little surprise. Oh dear, sometimes the glue, I get anxious and put it in there before the glue maybe is dried. Oh, here we go. And I have a little, we'll just unwrap this. Which way did it unwrap? Take me a minute to remember it. There we go. Back and forth. This actually is liquid pearls on top of this little brad. We open it up. And we've got little cows to greet you. And then we open that up. And there's some writing space and a little tag for some more writing space. Write your little secrets or poems in there. And then we have some more little writing space. And then when we flip this one down, oh, there's our family picture. love the little black and white pictures. We'll just tuck that treasure back in there. Now I know. Where did that? There it is. I'll just put that to the side for now so we can keep moving through here. Oh, and I had this poem, these poems were clipped on here with this paper clip. That's what that was about. There we go. So, avocados make pinky purple. Who knew? And, oh, there we go. I'm so happy again. This lovely soft paper from those old books. It's just silky. Don't worry about that. We can move on. It's just a moment in time, and then we move on. Here's just they can write some notes and stick it on maybe one of these unlined pages. There's some little treasures hidden back here in that pocket. This was a surprise for me. I can't even remember what I was trying to do, and I got this interesting orangey browny color. Just some fun stickers. Again, trying to leave lots of space for the person who receives this book to do their own thing. Here I used one of those, I glued it down as a pocket, made some little journal tags, stuck them back there. I love the train on top of how the words from the dictionary page pop through. And another art page in the middle. Create maybe some desire to create our own things. Experiment. Here's a little more punch art. A little tag as a little belly band. Oh, okay. Monarch butterfly. There's the something we need to protect. See those thistles? I always want to get rid of those thistles, but the monarchs like them. Oh, I've got way too many of those thistles. I'll try and take care of that this summer. I always say that every year. Maybe a little bit of a hockey fan, so we're going to put some stickers. I have a sticker collection like you have not seen. Maybe you have seen. You're a crafter. You understand the stamp and sticker collection. Again, so I pulled some of those extra pieces from making the pages and just stitched them on. Here is an edge of some from the art, and there's another little pocket with some little treasures hidden inside there. Oh, excuse me. It's a blustery cold day out there. I think pretty much across all of Western Canada. Oh, I apologize. Big coughs. Look at how that turned out. Isn't that cool? Just love the way they... cauliflower, I believe is what that's actually called. When you're painting, you do not want that to happen. Monkey sees, monkey does. Some music sheets. The fire engine. It's amazing what you find out there when you start looking. There's so many cool things. This one, I'm going to take this off and show you. So I just paper clipped over the side a bunch of fun things. And I stenciled, and this is like gilding paste. Oh, it's gorgeous. I just love it. And in this little envelope, I gave him a little note how to use this as removable vinyl. And a cool little... I found a book of questions children were asking God. I thought that was fun. Oh, I gave a little tool. You're going to need this tool to get those vinyl stickers on there. And then a little more writing space. And a fun little fish. Yeah. Add some character. When I found this paper, I wasn't, I was like, we're going to have to do something with it. Why that, like stenciling and stuff. But look how the coffee stain and the blue stain just, it matches it. It's crazy. It's beautiful. What do we got here? Another Norman Rockwell picture. He was an amazing artist. I never really knew that. I've heard of him, but I hadn't really looked at his stuff too much. And so, yeah, for me too, I've been learning new things. His little, I made the page, I just turned the pages in and made a little pocket. Added some fun fake money in there. A little piece of fabric they can make their own little tag with. Added a little bit of color on this one too with inking the edges. And here's my little stitched double pocket. I don't even know what's in here. What's this? I don't even remember. Oh, it's the kitty paper. Remember when people used to write letters and they would have like fancy stationery? This was an old piece of stationery from, oh, probably the 80s. Way back in the 80s. Oh my. I used to write so many letters to friends. I probably got in trouble for some of the letters I wrote to my friends. But, you know, you got, it happens. Oh, this one was fun. I made just like, I took a page and cut it up into pieces and inked the edges, and it's silky soft. It feels like silk. It's so cool. And just tucked some fun things in there. These tiny little ones. Look at these tiny little ones with the tiny little stamps. A little tattoo, a tag. I don't know, that tag came off of some kind of clothing. Just add some writing space on the back and a little stamp, and it's a whole new creation. The maps. It's so fun to use the maps from, oh my goodness. Do you remember, anybody remember opening up the map book? This one says turn to page 64. Get there quick so we know when to turn. And the last page, we have a little Your Classic. And the back page of the book with the amazing art on there. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed the flip through my masculine junk journal. I got some learning to do when it comes to these little tags, but is what it is for now. Yeah. If you enjoyed that, I do have another one coming up. I do all kinds of different crafts and explore with all different kinds of things. If you're interested in seeing some of the photos, I have a lot more photos than I do videos, but join me at Crafting with Carrie, and I hope you're staying warm in this very cold weather out there. Have a wonderful day.